Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Focus. Today's video is about the Great Wealth Transfer, navigating generational shifts for financial mastery. A shift is coming. It is not small, it is not slow. Over the next 2 decades, an estimated $84 trillion will move from one generation to the next. This is the largest wealth transfer in human history. The numbers come from financial researchers at Cerulli Associates. They study these massive economic currents. They see a wave of assets, cash, stocks, real estate, private businesses. The sheer size of this figure is hard to grasp. It is more than the combined economic output of United States, China, Japan, Germany. It is a tide of money so large it will reshape families, markets, entire economies. This transfer is happening now. It is not an event far off in the future. The leading edge of the baby boomer generation is already in their late 70s. Every day, more and more of their accumulated wealth begins its journey to their children and grandchildren. The peak years of this transfer are projected to be between now and 2045. This is not a single event, but a long, rolling process. It is a predictable demographic shift. We know who holds the wealth. We know who is set to inherit it. Understanding this timeline is the first step in preparing for what comes next. The clock is ticking for millions of families. The sources of this wealth are diverse. Much of it is tied up in real estate. A significant portion is held in retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs. Then there are the private businesses, built over a lifetime, that will need to be sold, passed down. This is not just money, it is the result of decades of history has seen wealth transfers before. Kings passed down kingdoms, landed aristocrats passed down estates. But this transfer is unique in its scale and its nature. Never before has so much wealth been held by so many ordinary people. Millennials and Gen Z are inheriting money in a world of digital currencies, meme stocks, and global uncertainty. Their attitudes about money, work, and life are not the same as their parents or grandparents. They value experiences over possessions. They are more socially conscious in their investments. They are digital natives who get their financial advice from TikTok as often as they do from a traditional advisor. Ignoring these differences is a recipe for failure. The risks are also modern. While taxes and family arguments are timeless problems, today's heirs face new threats. Sophisticated online scams can drain an inheritance in hours. The pressure to keep up with social media lifestyles can lead to rapid spending and crippling debt. The sheer volume of financial information, much of it bad, can lead to paralysis or terrible investment choices. Without a plan, a lifetime of accumulated wealth can vanish with shocking speed. The old saying, shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations, could happen much faster in the digital age. This essay is a game plan. It is not about opinions or complex theories. It is a data-first guide to navigating this $84 trillion shift. We will look at the numbers. We will explore the generational divides. We will outline the risks and the tools you can use to manage them. The goal is simple: to provide a clear, actionable framework for families, heirs, and advisors. The greatest transfer of wealth in history requires the greatest amount of preparation. It is a conversation every family needs to have. That conversation starts now, with a clear understanding of what is at stake. The $84 trillion figure is not just a number. It represents tangible assets built over lifetimes. Understanding where this wealth comes from is the first step to managing its transfer. A large piece of the pie is real estate. Baby boomers bought homes when they were far more affordable. Decades of mortgage payments and property appreciation have turned these homes into significant assets. For many, their family home is the single largest component of their net worth. This is not liquid cash. It is tied up in brick and mortar, which presents its own challenges and opportunities when it comes time to pass it on to the next generation. Next are financial investments. This includes stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Many boomers participated in the long bull market that followed the 1980s. Navigating the complexities of the great wealth transfer is not a do-it-yourself project. The laws are intricate, the financial products are confusing, and the emotional stakes are high. Assembling a team of trusted professional advisors is one of the most important investments you can make in securing your family's future. This team typically includes several key players who work together to create and execute a comprehensive plan. No single advisor can do it all. Their combined expertise builds a robust, resilient strategy for transition. The first member of your team is an estate planning attorney. They specialize in drafting the legal documents that form the backbone of your plan. Wills, trusts, powers of attorney. They ensure documents are legally sound and compliant with laws. A good attorney does more than draft. They counsel you on who inherits what and under what conditions. They translate your values into a legally enforceable blueprint for your assets and legacy. Next, a financial planner or wealth advisor. They take a holistic view of your financial life. They help you quantify your goals, organize your assets, build an investment strategy. They model scenarios to show long-term impact. They help determine how much to gift, whether a Roth conversion makes sense. Structure portfolios for retirement, structure portfolios for heirs. They are the quarterback of your financial team. Finally, a CPA specializing in tax planning is essential. The CPA focuses on minimizing taxes throughout the process. They work with the attorney and planner on tax implications. They advise on gifting strategies, timing of asset sales, structure of trusts for tax efficiency. After a death, the CPA files final income tax returns and the estate tax return if required. Their expertise preserves more wealth for the next generation. The entire process of preparing for the great wealth transfer begins with a single, crucial action. It is not signing a legal document or calling an advisor. It is talking. The family meeting is the starting point for a successful transition of wealth and values. This is not a casual chat over dinner. It is a planned, intentional conversation with a clear agenda. The goal is not to disclose every dollar and cent. The goal is to open the lines of communication. Parents can share how they built their wealth. Parents can share the principles that guided them. Parents can share their hopes for what the money will accomplish for future generations. These conversations are often difficult. They bring up money, they bring up aging, they bring up death. But the cost of silence is far greater than the cost of a few hours of discomfort. The meeting should establish a foundation of transparency and trust. It is a chance for parents to explain the why behind their financial decisions. It is a chance for heirs to ask questions and understand the responsibilities that may one day be theirs. This is where you can begin to close the gap between generational expectations and prevent the misunderstandings that so often lead to conflict and resentment down the road. The first meeting is just the beginning. This should not be a one-time event, but the start of an ongoing dialogue. Make it an annual tradition. As circumstances change, children marry, grandchildren are born, or laws are updated, the plan will need to evolve. Regular meetings ensure that everyone is kept in the loop and that the plan remains relevant. It transforms money from a taboo topic into a tool for achieving shared family goals. By making these conversations normal, you strip them of their power to cause division and replace it with the power to create unity across the generations. A successful family meeting sets the stage for all the practical steps that follow. It provides the context for the legal documents and the investment strategies. It ensures that the plan is not just a collection of financial instruments, but a reflection of the family's core values. This is how you transfer wisdom alongside wealth. It is the most important and often the most neglected step in the entire process. Before you build the plan, you must build the trust. And that process starts with the simple, powerful act of sitting down and talking with the people you love. The $84 trillion shift is already underway. It is a predictable demographic wave that offers a clear window for action. For families who are proactive, it is an unprecedented opportunity to secure their financial future and pass on their values. For those who wait, it is a recipe for conflict, waste, regret. The steps are clear. Start talking, build a plan, Prepare your heirs. The time to begin is not when retirement is on the horizon or when health begins to fail. The time to begin is now. Your legacy depends on it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comments, share, subscribe, and come back for more videos.